So we spoke a lot about technology, and I was particularly impressed by our last speaker. We speak a lot about science and technology, engineering, but what about our own software? When was the last time you upgraded your own mental and physical software? Today I'm going to speak to you about Greek philosophy, and we're going to start with Socrates, because every story about Greek philosophy starts with Socrates. How many of you have heard of Socrates? I just want to hear your hands. Okay, great. Of course, he is the most famous Greek philosopher worldwide. And he said that no man can lead others who cannot lead himself. And that's very true. Think about it. How can you lead others when you can't handle your own anger, your own stress, your own insecurities? How can you lead others? Therefore, ever since ancient Greece, self-leadership was the most important thing that someone can do. But what exactly is self-leadership? Self-leadership is having a developed sense of who you are, what you want, and why you want it, as well as having the ability to decide on a strategy for your life or for your business, and to influence yourself and influence other people to follow that. So as you can see, it's a very complex software that you need. The importance of self-leadership has been stressed since the beginning of history, when the Greek philosophers recited the Odyssey, the story of a man facing life's challenges, and after 10 hard years, he finally reaches his goal because he stays true and has a clear goal. This is a symbol for life, and you as business people and entrepreneurs, you are living your own Odyssey. As Plato said, the first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. So today I'm going to show you 3 golden principles of Greek philosophy for self-leadership. It's like a GPS for life, and it's specifically based on the teachings of Aristotle. Now, Aristotle, as you may know, was the mentor of Alexander the Great and other great leaders of ancient Greece. And Aristotle was the first ever in history to write a book called The Art of Influence and Persuasion. Because this is what a leader needs, right? To influence and persuade the clients and his team or her team. So Aristotle claimed that there were 3 things that any leader must have in order to touch the audience and move the audience. The first is ethos. Ethos has to do with the credibility of the speaker, the truth and integrity of the speaker. For example, would you learn how to stop smoking from someone who is still smoking? No. That means he has no ethos. So ethos is if the leader is walking his talk. Second, we need pathos. Pathos, as you may know the word passion, it's the root of the word passion. And the leader must be able to connect with the audience on an emotional level. We can say it's emotional intelligence. The speaker must appeal to the fears of the audience and the dreams of the audience. And thirdly, the leader must be able to appeal to the logic of the audience, to give evidence, to give scientific facts, to have a strategy and realizable goals. And this is a system that is taught all over the world, even after 2,000 years. They still teach it in Harvard, in MIT, in Stanford, in SEAD, in the best institutes of the world. The leaders of the world are still learning the art of influence and persuasion from Aristotle. And I myself am a management trainer, and I've taught for CCC also in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. They call me in to train their managers, the top managers, and to become better influencers. Now, as I taught this system of Aristotle, I saw great results before and after in the managers. But what I realized was something unique, that this system of Aristotle can be used to lead yourself. So it's not only useful for influencing an audience, it will help you to lead and manage yourself. I'm going to borrow an image from Plato, another great Greek philosopher, a student of Socrates, who talked about the charioteer. Imagine yourself that you are like a charioteer leading two wild horses, a white horse and a black horse. Now, when you are the charioteer, ethos represents your own virtue and honor. And the main benefit of having ethos is that it gives you a great reputation. People speak about you in the highest way. And this is very useful for business and personal life, of course. But also when you have ethos, you begin to have more strength and courage to go through any obstacles that may be in your way. And most importantly, ethos is actually, according to Greek philosophy and other religions, if you will hear, it is the key component for happiness and fulfillment in your life. So if you have ethos, you are more likely to feel calm inside, no matter what's going on the outside. Don't get me wrong, it's not about being a good citizen. It's about your own personal happiness. So be ethical for your own happiness, is what I'm saying. Because let's face it, nobody likes a bad person. People who lie, people who cheat, people who steal. Why would you ever want to be such a person? You would live with hating yourself the rest of your life. And that's also not the way to happiness, no matter how much money you may have. Ethos basically should be the first filter through which you pass any decision you make in your life, big or small. You should ask yourself, am I being truthful? What are my core values? What type of person do I want to be? You don't have to be perfect, but you have to try for excellence. There's a motto in Greek, it's called ain aristevin. That means ever to excel, to try to be excellent. Back to our two horses. The pathos horse, the black horse, is the filter through which you should pass your decisions. It says, how do I feel about a decision? Does this decision inspire me? What are my fears regarding this decision? And last filter is the logos. You have to pass every decision through logic and reason and science and facts and have a strategy. This is about having realistic goals. So bringing it together, it can transform your life. It can be a shield through which you go through life. What are the Greek philosophers trying to tell us in a nutshell? They're saying, live with ethos, manage your pathos, and apply your logic. The result will be eudaimonia, a beautiful Greek word that not only means happiness, but it means human flourishing. And this is the most important thing in life. Isn't that what we all really want? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Aljo.